What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another gardening adventure. I've already started this morning. It's kind of late in the morning, but I have another project that I'm working on. We're trying to really get this garden going because we're having a lot of growth, and so I've come to realize that I need a greenhouse. First of all, let me back up. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, because you didn't have to click on this video. Could have been somewhere else, doing something else, or spending your time watching someone else. So thank you for clicking on the video and watching, guys. Yeah, I'm just giving another update. As you can see, I'm kind of sitting, chilling in my yard right now because we did get our furniture finally. And stuff. So yeah, so now I can actually chill here and enjoy this cool breeze that's going on right now. Yeah, let me just kind of turn y'all around and show y'all what I got going on today. Y'all know I always got something going on. But I've been talking to hubby, and yeah, we're going to kind of expand this garden a little bit, and so I'm prepping for that. So let me show you guys what I have going on. Alright, like I said, I'm chilling in the lounge area in the yard right now. I'm just taking a break. But ultimately, I'm going to change the walk-in to this side. We're going to extend the white picket fence out till about this post right here. So all of that area will then be the garden. So I want to walk in from this way instead of right there. So I'm going to close that off. I've got mulch. As you can see, I've got more mulch out there to lay some mulch down. And I'm decided that I'm going to keep that table, but I'm going to have to figure out like my layout. So the greenhouse will go in the corner when it comes. It's coming next week, so that's what I'm preparing. The greenhouse will kind of go in the corner, not flush, but kind of in the corner there, and then we'll have like 2 rows on either side. So when I walk in, I can walk straight in and I can walk to the greenhouse, but I can also get to all of the containers and stuff like that. So that's my plan for today. I have to kind of fill in with some mulch, and then of course we're going to mulch this area right here under the table. Now, my compost bins, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. If anyone has some suggestions of where I should actually be keeping my compost, I don't know that I want to actually keep it in the garden. I don't know. Right now I'm having an ant problem with it. So I have 2 compost bins. The one on the left is the one that I'm actually making my own compost, like from kitchen scraps and, you know, debris from the yard and stuff. So we're making that one, and that's the one with the ants are in. The other bin is like compost that I've already bought. It's already ready to go. So I have the 2 compost bins, so I'm cool with the one that's ready, but the one that I'm making is where I'm having the ant issue. So I did a little research on how to try to combat these ants. So I'm going to try to set all of that up today as well. But I'm not sure if the actual garden should be the place that I, store that container. I may have to put it behind the fence, but I'm kind of nervous about putting it behind the fence because I don't have eyes on it all the time. So if anyone has some suggestions about where the compost bin should actually be in relation to the garden, please let me know in the comment section down below. Yeah, because I don't need ants then coming from my compost bin into the garden and onto the plants. Another thing that I want to do is kind of get these smaller potted containers up off the ground. So that was the reason why I put everything back on the table, like all the little seedlings and stuff, because once I saw that ant infestation, I was like, let me get them up off the ground. So I want to kind of have things a little raised up if I can. So I'm going to be hitting up thrift stores and, you know, and probably like the Goodwill and places like that to try to see how I can combine some, you know, another person's junk into my treasure in my garden and make it look nice. So yeah, but in the meantime, I have these two tables that I have to work with, that blue one over there, and then this big brown table. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to make it do what it do in the meantime, because this is, you know, a work in progress. So it'll always be kind of evolving until I get it exactly to where I want it to be, which will probably be a couple of years. So, yeah, but that is my project. Let me take a walk over there now. So I'm just over here chilling. And I'll turn around so y'all can actually see the whole set. So let me pan around. So look at our set. Isn't it nice? Super cute. And then over there we have the fire pit. So we're coming along, y'all. We're trying to get it together. And we've got some, I don't know if I showed y'all before, but the seedlings are popping up in the bed back there. And then there are only like 2 or 3 that popped up over there. That's what this garden soil is. If you remember our little disaster that we had over there, I want to kind of fill that in and also lay some more seeds down on that side. But this side seems to be doing really, really well. All right, so yeah, everybody's been watered already. So now they're just kind of chilling out. As you can see, I went ahead and put some diatomaceous earth down around my compost bin, because they were just swarming that thing, and they were just all in it, coming out of the holes. Excuse me, coming out of the holes that I made on the bottom, you know, for the aeration and the drainage and stuff. And they were just in there, in and out of there, y'all. And I have not found the nest. I don't know where the nest is. So I'm going to be making like a borax mixture today. And I saw somebody like had it in a bottle and just like kind of like keep it in their garden, just on the ground. So I'm going to be doing that same thing. I thought that was a really cool idea, and it's not going to bother anything, and I can just kind of place it down, and I won't have to worry about my dog, you know, come in and try to get into it or whatever, because it's contained in the bottle. So yeah, so I'm going to be working on all of this today. Let me just give y'all a little sneak peek at some growth that we have going on here. A lot of things have come up. Look at this zucchini. I think this is going to be a huge zucchini plant. There's another one coming up. Hopefully he'll sprout up today after this drink of water. Everybody was super thirsty. I've come to find out that I was overwatering. Of course, trial and error. So I kind of slacked up on the watering, but today was a water day. So everybody was super thirsty. Look at my apples, y'all. My apple is finally coming up. Super excited about that. And there's another one down in there too that's coming up. I did not think that that was going to sprout, but lo and behold, we have an apple seedling. And now my neighbors have the lawn people, so I'm gonna have to go for a little bit and I'll come back. Okay, you guys, so it's a little bit later in the day. I think it's like maybe 4 o'clock. It's still hot out here, y'all. Y'all see me sweating? I mean, the sweat is just pouring off me. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all the progress. It's not really that much, because shortly after I cut off the camera, I went in the house because it was high noon, and I just was not going to be out here working in the yard at high noon. So kind of waited for the sun to pass over and, you know, get a little cooler out here. But it's still hot because I'm in Georgia. But anyway, I have laid down the landscaping paper or whatever you call that stuff, and then I just finished putting the mulch down. I did lay some diatomaceous earth around that compost bin this morning, and the ants seem to have dissipated from it. I did open the bin, and there are some in the bin. I don't know how I'm going to get them out of the bin, but hopefully they'll just die off in there or whatever. But yeah, then I had like service people come, so it's been a busy day. I watched a movie with hubby while, you know, during my little break, and so now it's time to get back to work. So this is the progress. Okay, I moved the table. See, the table's gone. It's right there, and it's actually sitting right here. Didn't want to move it too far from the area. So I'm hoping that I have, sorry, I was out of frame. Hoping that I have enough mulch. I'm about to spread this out right now. But I think I may need like maybe 4 more bags of mulch. I don't know, I'll have to see. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get to any of the planting today, although it doesn't really look like I need to transplant anybody just yet. I watered them today. Everybody got their drinks today. And yeah, I don't think anyone's ready just yet for a transplant. So what I will probably do is just get the soil ready in the containers in preparation for transplants, because they are coming up very soon. I've got a few things that are going to be needing their own pots or containers for that matter. Okay, so let me go ahead and break this mulch out, because I don't want to be out here all night. And probably the next thing I'll do is just kind of see if I can get some kind of a layout going. I'm not sure really what I want to do yet, but I am going to be incorporating these tables in there for now, like I said. And yeah, so let me see what all I can do. I'll be back. All right, you guys, so I am all done for today. I have rearranged everything. I put the mulch down. Folks are in their place. Folks are covered with tulle. So, and I cleaned up my area. So let me show y'all the progress so far. So this is what we're looking like. I have my little bird feed thing here. That's going to change. I just wanted to kind of see how that was going to look there. But I don't think that's going to stay there. I need another one of these white things, the fenced part, to put right here so there can be like an entrance. So it's supposed to be an experience here. Here are my 2 sunflowers that will greet us when you come in. And then you kind of walk up the pathway of the garden. There will be containers, plenty more containers all around the garden, but I want this to be the initial like walkway. And the greenhouse will go over there in the corner behind the table. You see my seedlings and my little pots are off the ground. For the space that I have. I mean, I still have a couple little ones on the ground, but I would prefer they would be raised up, but this is the best I can do for right now. So yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog of my trying to design my garden and get it together. My son is pulling weeds. We have to pull all the weeds in this whole back area, so it's gonna be a definite chore. But nevertheless, thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next vlog. Bye.